Hi everybody, welcome to Getting Started with PowerShell, an automation script language that was built on batch file commands but has evolved into its own language. It's used for automating all kinds of things in Windows. When you get to an enterprise environment, PowerShell is very nice to automate and do things to many computers all at once. Well, to make these assignments a little easier, there's a couple of things that you should know about. If we go to Devices, Shared Clipboard, we want that to be bidirectional. That allows you to copy and paste code back and forth. You can also move files back and forth by using bidirectional. So you can drag a file from here, drag it out to your desktop. There is another one that I use sometimes. You can have a folder show up on your server that's on your local machine. So let's just go through that. There it is. And we would do this guy right here, add a new shared folder. We have to say where it is. If we do that, notice how, look at here, it's on our local machine. So say I want to be able to connect to my documents folder. For example, I would do select folder and here's what I'm going to name the folder. This would be the mount point on my local virtual machine. This can be the documents folder. It could be the desktop. It could be a folder that you create yourself. This is the location on your local machine. This is just what it's named in your server. And this is the location on your local machine. So anything you copy to this is also here. You may want to do specific folders, that's up to you. Auto mount, make permanent, that just means every time you reboot your machine, your virtual machine, it connects these up. So we click OK. If you need to modify it or delete it later, we have edit and remove. When I click OK to get this out of the way, notice underneath this PC, there we go. This is on my local computer, so I can copy files. From here, I can do copy and paste, put them on here. I can take stuff from here, put it on my local computer. My local documents is not the same. I can copy and paste stuff back and forth. All right, hello world. It does say to go to Start and type in PowerShell. That's one way to get into PowerShell. And when it comes up, it's going to say Windows PowerShell ISE. All right, we'll click on that guy. Now notice that this is an integrated development environment. Well, Microsoft calls this an integrated scripting environment because, yes, PowerShell is a scripting language. You can use Visual Studio Code or anything else. Quite often when I'm working on these, I work on them in Visual Studio Code on my local computer and then paste the scripts here. You could also install Visual Studio Code on this guy. Doesn't matter. All right, so we have a PowerShell prompt. It says at the bottom of the screen, but we have a PowerShell prompt. You would do these look case sensitive, and it's a good idea to type them in the right way. And notice, oh, there we go. Notice how we have tab completion. Tab completion is something that you might also call IntelliSense. See how it finds it for you? It says right debug. Well, I could cursor down here and then press the tab key and it'll automatically complete it for me. Or you can type it in. So double quotes, yes, every programming language uses double quotes to indicate that it's a string. There we go. There's the execution of our PowerShell script. Now this is a command line PowerShell script, which is fine for little we want to run an actual script. So we're going to create a PowerShell script file. You can start here. You can go to File and New. This opens up a blank PowerShell script. And much like Visual Studio Code and other integrated development environments, you write your code up here. When you run it, which I think is it, yep, this little guy here, that's the run. Well, that starts it in a separate window. There's probably a run in here someplace. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. You would type in your code for your script, which we just did. So I'm going to select, oh, maybe I can't. Yep, there we go. I thought I could. Select it, Control C to copy, and there we go. Control V to paste. Oh, I copied and pasted the wrong thing, didn't I? Anyway, WRITE dash. This is like print in other languages. Print in Python, for example. Okay, so there I have my file. I'm going to do a Control S to save it as, and it's going in my Documents folder. Well, what if I want this to just automatically be saved on my local machine? There we go. I can create a little PowerShell folder there, and it'll be saved there. It's better to save it locally, to run it locally, and then copy it later. So I'm going to call this Hello World. I don't have to add PS1. It'll automatically add PS1 for PowerShell. There. Ta-da. All right, now how do we run this thing? You can press F5. Right? F5 is right here. Run continue. And there it is. Same thing. But we can have a more complex script. We can do all kinds of things just like we're writing a program, because we are. Here's another command. We can do Hello World, and there's the next one. Now notice I didn't type that in. I copied it from my local machine and pasted it in here because I have the clipboard available. So Control S to save. And in this case, I clicked that Run in a New Window. So it came up here and it did not run, did it? Okay. So I'll do F5. I know there's a button up there that does it. I just don't. Oh, there it is. That's it. So this runs PS version table. Well, our version of PowerScript is 5.1, and it gives the build version. This is the one built into Windows Server, which will be perfectly adequate for what we're doing. I also discovered today, and I didn't know that was there, it's probably been there for a while, you can take a screenshot just of your virtual machine. Ooh. Well, it puts it into a PNG file, which may not be as handy as it could be. So I usually click off the screen like on my taskbar, and then I do my regular, let me bring up my, there it is. Then I do my regular drag and drop screenshot guy. Then I just can send in what I need to send in, like this is the result of the command. You can run some of these scripts on your local machine. Some of them no, because some of the stuff as we get going is going to be specific to PowerShell on server. Okay, the rest of these programs we will probably go through in class, but this gets you started.